Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk about the three paths to a career in finance. Now, if you're new to the channel, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join our Telegram group where we discuss ideas, resources, and career guidance. Now, today I want to talk about the three paths to a career in finance in India. Each of these paths has its pros and cons. Some are easy, some are not so easy, but let's break them down one by one. The first path is to get a CA or a CFA or an MBA and get a job with a company. Now, this could be an Indian company or an MNC or the back office of an American multinational. Now, this is the traditional, respected, standard path. It is well structured. There's an upside which is very clear that there is a credibility in this path. You get a steady salary, and if you're lucky, you get a bonus too. You make a solid foundation for your career, and this path has the most clear social and familial approval. However, it's not as rosy as everything seems, right? Because there is also a few downsides. In India, most of the roles in this path are actually back office roles. So you get late night 2 a.m. shifts, foreign clients, repetitive spreadsheet work, which does not really add value after a certain point. Also, there are few growth bottlenecks to this path. Only a few percentage, a very, very small percentage of people who actually work in these roles actually get into front office decision making roles. For example, I know several CAs, CFAs, and MBAs who are working in Powai, Gurgaon, and Bangalore. They are reconciling trades at night, creating PowerPoint presentations, but they never get to meet a single investor in their entire career. So, this is a stable but slow path, but it can be often frustrating. If you're somebody who's seeking this kind of stable, low lying career, then maybe this is the path for you. Now, let's come to part two. Do anything else. You can graduate in whatever you want. You can be an engineer, BCom graduate, whatever you want, and you trade and invest on the side. Some people do it along with their jobs, and some people do it independently. Now, this is the more maverick or the more independent route. There is no boss, there is no office politics, and there's an appeal to this path. It leads to freedom, there is potential for making huge money if you're lucky, and it does not matter what exactly your educational qualifications or experience are. However, the reality is that it needs capital, you need a very large corpus to get started, and it needs the right temperament, which only comes with time. Remember, the markets are brutal and risky. Now, I know several young traders which made like 6 months of profit in Bank Nifty, but one expiry and they got wiped out. So they had to go back to job or they had to take more loans to pay off the loans that they are already taking. We know from data that over 95% of people who trade in derivatives actually lose money in the long term. So the lesson here is that for every success story on the media, there are dozens which are failing silently. This is a high risk, high stress, and not for everyone. And now there is a path 3. This is something that has come up recently. This has been enabled by changes made by SEBI, which has made eligibility easier, and this path has become more accessible. The path that I am talking about is becoming a registered investment advisor or a research analyst. What is an RIA or a registered investment advisor? He is somebody who gives personalized advice, manages portfolios, and charges fee for that. What is a research analyst or an RA? He is somebody who publishes research, gives stock calls, and builds an audience and charges the subscribers. Now, these two paths have clear upsides. They avoid back office grind, they avoid risking your own capital, they're more independent or entrepreneurial in nature, and if you're lucky, you can even land a good advisory role with a firm. The assets here are your knowledge and your credibility, not the money that you have. Now, I know several people who have started with one or two clients and built trust over a period of time, and now they have hundreds of clients. One RA that I know used to write simple mid-cap notes, advising buy and sell calls on mid-cap stocks, and he grew it into multi-crore subscription business. The demand for this path is clearly rising. Indians are investing more. Nifty is not really giving returns, so the times of buy anything and it will go up are already over. We are in a stock pickers market. So if you're somebody who's really smart and is interested in guiding people regarding their personal finance, then this can be a path for you. The era of biased brokers and relationship managers and distribution channels and mutual fund distributors is coming to an end. SEBI wants to encourage genuine, helpful advice. The only effort this requires is for you to pass the exam, get registered, and get the right guidance in order to be able to do that. Remember that this path has continuous learning, but it will lead to growth, independence, and credibility. The timing could not have been more perfect. Only last week, SEBI has opened it up for graduates of all fields, which means that engineers, BComs, bachelors of arts, LLBs, anybody can actually come into this field and start practicing on their own. Now, if you're somebody who's interested in becoming an independent finance professional or getting a job as a registered investment advisor, then I suggest that you subscribe to the channel and like and join the Telegram group. Because I am somebody who runs active guidance regarding clearing NISM exams and starting your career as an RA or an RIA. So let me recap these three parts very quickly. You can either get a CA or a CFA or an MBA, or you can start trading with your own capital, or you can build an independent career by becoming an RA and RIA. If you're somebody who's interested in pursuing the third path, make sure that you join the Telegram group, join in the seminar that I'm hosting this weekend. It's free for all, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you get constant news and updates regarding changes being introduced by SEBI, which will be helpful for you not just to start your career but also as a continued guidance in your career as an advisor or an analyst. If you've liked this channel so far, please make sure that you share this video with somebody you think will be helpful for, and make sure that they also subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.